Yo, what's going on, everybody? And let me actually move this right here or some shit like that. All right, that's gonna work too. Okay, cool. So I haven't even made a video on this spot in a long time. This is a throwback spot right here, but I just wanted to make a short video on my perspective on the new moon. And this isn't going to be a long video as well because, you got a lot of people who talk about the new moon and, we got a bunch of different perspectives. But I figured I'd throw my perspective out there in general because, I think it's important. You know what I'm saying? Especially since now that I'm doing this more often and doing readings now, I think it's important that I try to, express my energy out there because I try to just, do this, without, trying to, just press record and then press play and everything like that. I don't try to mimic everything I hear, and then I'm saying, a lot of people do that, so I don't really want to go about my readings doing that in that way. But anyway, let me try not to get too close to the camera. But anyway, pardon me. So this is the new moon, so it's in Taurus. So first of all, there's a lot of energy in Taurus right now. You got the sun, which just got here, and then you have Uranus, which has been chilling in Taurus for a long time. So Uranus has already kind of been acquainting with Taurus. And even though Uranus, what the fuck? Anyway, I'll have to look at that later. But anyway, Uranus falls in Taurus. So that means that Uranus is already not in a situation where, because you got to think, Taurus is stability and Taurus is foundation. And Taurus is actually the bricks that are actually foundating the whole house. It's the whole house in general. You got Capricorn, which is the blueprint. That's you writing out the blueprint right now where everything needs to go and everything. And then you got Taurus, which is dealing with the actual house that's being built and the actual house that you go inside in general. And then Virgo is like house inspection. So after everything is built, the house inspector's got to figure out if the wiring is right, if the plumbing is right, if everything is met at certain angles and measurements and shit like that. That's why Virgos don't. That's why Venus doesn't fuck with Virgo, because Venus is just the energy of appreciation and value in general. And it's just dealing with love and giving and receiving love, whether it's you receiving the ring, because that's actually where the symbol of Venus comes from. In ancient times, they used a ring. It was like a old school looking ring, and I forgot it's like a necklace and a ring at the same time or something like that. It's like some old medieval shit or something like that, or not medieval. I mean, a lot of this shit, I personally believe the Venus symbol comes from the Ankh symbol, because even though the Ankh symbolizes masculine and feminine energy, the whole shape of it, the whole Egypt archetype represents the matriarchal, I can't say the word right, but basically a whole feminine rule in general, basically. Because back in ancient Egypt, before Europeans really started to start colonizing different lands and everything like that, and even though Soul Group, I don't really like to get lost in the the race and everything like that, but at the same time, things happen for a reason, what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that my ocean or my water flows towards the energy of what certain people that look like me or have my certain skin tone. That doesn't mean I just shoot my wave towards what they got going on. As you can see, I'm nowhere near that kind of energy and everything like that. So, but being knowledgeable and at least, bringing light to that will give you a broad understanding of how everything works and everything. But at the same time, the Venusian energy I believe that it comes from that Ankh energy. But I'm sure even the Ankh comes from a different spectrum of civilization that we're not even privy of, because that record of civilization might be long gone and everything, you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a symbol from Atlantis that we don't know of that symbolizes Venus or Mars or the sun or some shit like that. But anyway, and see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what this new moon in general is dealing with as far as it being Taurus and everything. And I'm experiencing firsthand from my energy. Now, even though Taurus is in my third house, based upon degrees, I'm experiencing it in my second house. So I'm having a whole new way of even feeling about, because that's what the new moon is in general. It's you having a whole new feeling about whatever area of life it's going through or whatever energy it's going through. So if the moon, which we're in Taurus right now, so we're all having a new way of how to even just feel structured and secure in whatever situation we're in right now, based upon where we have Taurus at in our houses. So if you have Taurus in the 11th house, I'm just shooting random ones out there. If you have Taurus in the 11th house, then you're going to have a new way of being secure in your associates and everything like that. You're going to be having a new way of being secure in people that you associate with, as far as people with a pack and everything like that. Not people that you're familiar with and that you your close friends, or the local clerk that you go to up the street at the local store, like the third house. or not your one-on-one relationships, or the people that you're close to, whether it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or whether it's people that you work with, or your business partners that you're close with, or even just people within the home and everything like that. You also, I'm on my tippy toes right now. It just kind of feels natural to just kind of have me in this area right now. Maybe that's my Mars and Leo shining right now. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you have Taurus at in general, you're going to be feeling a new way of feeling in that area of life in general. Like I was just talking about the 11th house, which I like to equate the 11th house to like the mafia too, because that's like packed energy and ganged energy in general. Like leading a group of people fixated on one thought towards one goal. That's the whole archetype of what should we call it, Aquarius, with fixed air. Having thoughts contained into a certain area and bring it to a certain path, aka Saturn, the blueprint. So writing out the blueprint and leading that blueprint along with the pact to a certain goal.